Hey friends, my name is Steve Guttenberg, and I am the audiophiliac, and I am at the Rocky Mountain Audio Fest in Denver, Colorado. And today's the morning of the second day, Saturday, and I was here yesterday, Friday. Had great energy, good crowds, lots of nice people coming up and saying hi. So if you're here, please say hi to me if you see me. I don't do show reports per se, but I'm going to give you some impressions of the impressions, the stuff that really jumped out at me. The MBL room. So MBL is a German company to make omnidirectional speakers. So they spread sound 360 degrees. They're very, very, very expensive speakers. But they're just the best at what they do in omni. And they make electronics and stuff, but their speakers just disappear. And they were disappearing yesterday. But they're really expensive. So, $100,000 plus speakers. But in a more affordable range, I heard the new Spender A7. Spender's an English company, old English company, dating from the 70s, I think. And they have this A7 small tower, and it just had this beautiful, luscious sound that was being driven by Chord electronics, including the new Chord Hugo 2 and TT2. I'm sorry, Hugo TT2, and sounded extremely analog, like shockingly analog and beautiful sounding, and really tight, fast bass. Really one of the standouts of the show. I think they're $5,000 in the US. The Klipsch room had La Scalas. I'm a big Klipsch fan, but I haven't heard La Scalas in ages, and the La Scalas are big floor-standing horn speakers, and two-way horns, horn tweeter, horn mid-range, and a folded enclosure for the woofer. Anyway, sounding big and juicy and dynamic as hell. And that's what they do. They're $10,000 a pair. They've been making this model, La Scala, for 72 years. Yikes. I was in the Modrite room. Modrite makes electronics, tube electronics, mostly. And they have a new phono preamp. It's about $3,000. I'm going to review it. I was really there to hear that, but I also heard this Fern and Roby turntable. Now, I don't really know that much about Fern and Roby, except they make cool-looking stuff, but I never heard it. So the Fern and Roby turntable with the Modrite electronics, really, really good. Cool-looking speakers. I have no idea what they're called, and I'll try to figure that out and tell you in a future video. But anyway, that was amazing. In headphones, there's a new version of Diana, the original Diana planar magnetic headphones from Abyss, and this new version of Diana, it's called Diana Phi, I think, and it just was brilliant. It's planar magnetic headphones, super open sounding, super fast, just incredible. That's like the best headphone sound I heard yesterday. Followed closely by, there's a new version of the Mr. Speakers Ether 2, also a planar magnetic, super lightweight. I think it weighs less than 300 grams. Whatever the number is, it doesn't communicate how light it is and how comfortable it is. My voice is going. I'm really sorry, but I gotta get through this. I think that's the main things. Oh, the other big news is that the woman that did a audiophiliac of the day a few weeks ago, Cynthia, she's here. And she has never been to an audio show before in her life. So the way she's just like taking in all of this stuff, going from room to room, and her thirst for all of this stuff is just amazing. So we're going to be on a panel today, Saturday, called Young Guns of Audio. She's 22 years old. And there'll be some older than that people on the panel. And that should be a lot of fun. But anyway, I was impressed the way she hears and communicates it. We were in a room and listening to some stuff. And the first thing they played when we were in there was a choral recording. And it just sounded wonderful. Just human. Very, very human. Reproduction of human voice was extraordinary. But then the next recording they played, LP actually, was a Leonard Cohen record, his last record, and one of the tunes is I Want It Darker. And that recording has a lot of bass. And the sound coming out of these very expensive speakers, which I have no idea what they're called, was just overwhelming the room. The room just couldn't handle that much space. It was just, booming and out of control. So Cynthia and I leave the room and we go out in the hall and we start to talk about it. That's what people do at audio shows. They leave rooms and talk about what they just heard, hopefully outside the room to not bother people who are still in the room listening. And she knew right away that room was kind of out of whack in terms of bass, But as I pointed out to her, it's a hotel, and hotel rooms are not that big and not great for sound, as you can hear in this echoey hotel room. But manufacturers do what they can, but they typically have basically a day to get it going and making it work. And between the shortage of time and the crappy acoustics of hotel rooms, you really can't judge them too harshly, unless it's really gross. And as bad as this was, I gotta believe that those speakers, I'm sorry for coughing, sound a hell of a lot better than that. Anyway, but we discussed that. Anyway, more to come, and hopefully my voice will be better as the day goes on, and better if I make another video tomorrow morning. I probably will. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I apologize for the coughing, and I'll see you again real soon, and maybe possibly today if you're actually at the Rocky Mountain Show in Denver, Colorado.